Ending.
Hey, it's John Deloney, co-host of The Ramsey Show. Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? A lot of those people listen on one of our 600 plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, go to RamseySolutions.com/show.
Alrighty. Try that one more time. Got money. Just gonna put my links in the chat and then we'll get started here. While we're waiting, why don't you listen to the Rachel Cruz song? Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Be millionaire. Love yourself, know your money, love your life, not theirs. I guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Guess that's what we all want, Rachel Cruz. Mentioning Winston, mentioning Target. That's why we all love Rachel Cruz. All right indeed. See what number we're reload. Let's see what number we're starting here with. 397. We got another one. That's great. And we'll check it again at the end. Sometimes we get one during the show. So fun. Let's see. Last link. Donations. I need to become a faster typer. Eric B, this is my Ramsey Show Aftershow show. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and it's not affiliated with the Ramsey Show, but I do it anyway. What do you think about that, sir? Donations, go to paypal.me/coach. Steve. Money. Alrighty, this is show number, what number is it? 246 today. And Eric, are you ready to sing? You might know this song. Alright, listen for the drum taps. Well, if I can make it work, why isn't that showing up? Alright, listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step one. $1,000 emergency fund. Step two, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, You should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazelle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. And now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him, I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I coach, that's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results, you're getting it now. You should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money, the certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, yes, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. And you can also, what's another way you can get in touch with me?
Add me on the group.
You can add me on the group too, and that is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. And I can't get any money from the YouTubes until I get 1,000 subscribers. I'm working on it. 397 right now. Thanks to whoever subscribed today. Appreciate it muchly. Get my stuff in the right place here. I don't have an engineer. That would be great. So let's see. Let's catch up with the chat. Warrior Adam too, checking it out for today. Yeah, they're like, well, I mean, they're not really parodies, but yeah, they do use other songs. Definitely never heard these in Spotify, right? Yeah, Love Yourself, written by Ed Sheeran, recorded by Justin Bieber, was that one. What up, AJ? AJ can make a G chord, but he can't apparently make me a track to sing that song to. Apparently. Alrighty. Let's see what we got here today. Today's Ramsey Show host on an all-new show, apparently a Dave-cation week. And we had... See, Ken Coleman was the co-host, but in the big chair was friend of the Aftershow, author of Redefining Anxiety, host of the John Deloney Show. Oh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Ooh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me. Plus, he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop, gives advice. Such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the clout of the healing kind. John. Woo! John Deloney. Oh, he takes a call and then he twirls his pen and he saves the day again. John Deloney. Oh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice. Such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the clout of the healing kind. John. Woo! John Deloney. I was just in band in high school, middle school and high school. Played trumpet. Yeah, John. 1 second on that. Oh, I said a brilliant mind, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they didn't place, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice. Such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out. Has the clout of the healing kind. John. Woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. Alrighty. Yeah, in my music playlist there is a video of John me reacting to John Deloney reacting to the John Deloney song. I've sent the Baby Step song to Kelly. Didn't hear anything back from her on that at all. We do email sometimes. She's a Dallas Cowboys fan. I'm a Washington fan, so we get into it over that sometimes. I sent the Rachel Cruz song to one of the staff worker that posted John's reaction on Instagram to the song. So they're aware. Some of them are aware. I don't know if Rachel has any idea. I don't know if Sarah is her name. I don't know if Sarah showed it to Rachel or not. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, there's not really much they can do with them since they're to other people's music. So that's the dealio on that. Market report. Yeah, we're down today. Had some good days, but we are down today, led by the Russell Small Cap Index, and almost 2% down. Nasdaq 1.21 down. S&P 0.63 down. Dow Jones 0.19% down. All right, and let's check. Good morning, Julia. It's in my music playlist, Julia. Yeah, in the music playlist is where the reaction to the John Deloney thing is. Reaction to John Deloney reacting to my song there. Pretty cool. And John has been in the show, in the after show chat one time. And the mod has been in it twice. Excuse me. Drinking too much soda. Or a Coke. In this case, it actually is a Coke, AJ. It's a Diet Coke. This is actually I poured it from a 2-liter bottle. This is a Coke Zero Sugar. Very yummy. All right. So as you can see, down today. Let's see. Does it say why? They sometimes say why. Come on. This is from Yahoo Finance. Let's see if it says why. Fall to end 4-day winning streak. Okay, but why? Oh, as investors eyed developments on discussions between Russia and Ukraine and mulled mixed data on the U.S. economy. All right, it wasn't, I mean, there was no, it's not any worse today between Russia and Ukraine than it was Friday, I don't think. I mean, not Friday, yesterday, which was Tuesday. And as far as anything else, I don't know. The market do what it wants to do. Let's see what else we got here. We got BioNTech reported this morning. What do we got coming up now? Walgreens on March 31st, and then next week Costco and Constellation Brands. But the BioNTech this morning, I think they did well, didn't they? They were way up. They closed right here on the dotted horizontal line is where they closed yesterday, and then they opened high this morning. I guess they people figured, oh, okay, that was after the earnings announcement. So, and what does it say here? BioNTech soars on Q4 beat. That means they beat the expectations for income. Special dividend, promise of buyback, so they're all good. But then it just came down like everything else, but it still stayed up above the previous day's close, and the gray here is the after hours trading today. Alrighty. Let's see. This is what I screwed up on yesterday. I was trying to think. Let's see. Let's see, there's a way to make that bigger. 200%. There we go. All right. How about that? Okay. So this is what we're talking. And I meant to put the Russell index in there, the small cap index. So I don't have that, but that's down even more than these are. And it's really not bad. The NASDAQ is the worst one. You can see where the highs were. The highs for the S&P and the Dow Jones were both on December 31. That's a typo. That's my bad. 31. Let's fix that right now. You can see that's the high, and this is the closing today. And so that's the difference. It's 3.4% down. And even 10% down for NASDAQ, and that is what they call a correction in the biz. When it falls 10%, that is what they call a correction. And then 3% even, maybe 3.1 if you do the rounding up on the Dow Jones. So that's not really that terrible since it's been coming back a little bit the past few days. Let's see. Julie Claire loves that. Mod checks in just to make sure he doesn't ban me, says AJ. Yeah. Do I ever do any single stocks? No, I don't. I follow Dave's advice on that. I know you're shocked about that I would follow Dave's advice on that. Mutual funds only for diversification. I mean, it's great if you get, I mean, people make tons of money on that. Like if you got Apple 20 years ago, you're doing great. So, but you don't know what's going to be Apple, so it's not worth it. So, yeah, the only thing I talk about them because those are what's in mutual funds. So, that's why I talk about those. Let's see. AJ's tried a couple times, but he's just too risk averse. Right. All right. Value investing and dividend hunting. Chasing the dividends can hurt you too, AJ. You probably know that already. That's why I thought I'd ask you to go over the market. Do a little bit for fun. Yeah, I mean, Dave has said, I mean, generally it's after once you get into baby step 4 or so, or even better if you wait till baby step 7 to do a small percentage of your world. He said you have to treat like single stocks and stuff like that to, for fun investing. You have to treat it the same as, well, I don't care if I took this money out in the backyard and burned it. So that's the dealio on that. But yeah, I don't have any. I just have managed mutual funds in a retirement account, just as Dave Ramsey suggests. So, but as you can see here, it's not as bad as everybody thought. NASDAQ was down more than 10% previously, but this past week has helped with that. And so the other two indices, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, both of those about a little 3%, a little bit over 3% on those. So hopefully get some good news about stuff, and it'll go up tomorrow. We'll have to see. This from tomshardware.com, if it'll show up. I do not want to do that. Thank you. We got Samsung and Western Digital team up for ZNS SSDs. That would be solid state drives. I don't know what ZNS. Oh, zone storage technologies. Okay. All right, let's see what that is. Promise to significantly improve the performance, reliability of next generation solid state drives and hard disk drives, but ZNS adoption requires significant efforts from device markers and data center operators alike. To simplify the development of next generation ZNS HDDs and SSDs, Samsung and Western Digital on Tuesday inked a memorandum of understanding to jointly standardize and develop zone storage technologies. Okay, that's interesting. Competitors and agreeing to we'll make this the standard. So yeah. Let's see, AJ says his idea was to find a stock paying in dividends, see its historical average. If it's paying over its average, the stock is likely undervalued or having trouble. Buy the stock and get paid until recovery. Then sell when the stock returns to average dividend yield. You know what? That sounds a lot like, AJ. That sounds a lot like scamming and scheming. Scheming and scamming. You're going to get a Sharon Ramsey frying pan upside the head. You keep up that. Keep up with that. Does Kath have some frying pans? This bestlifeonline.com. USPS now warning customers about this major mail problem. And what is that? Whether you're sending out carefully crafted wedding invitations or waiting on a tax document to arrive in the mail, you can count on USPS to keep your mail safe. But there's only so much the agency can do when it comes to protecting your deliveries. In fact, USPS is now warning about a major mail problem. Read on. Mail-related theft. A lot of things stolen from porches and so forth. Internet has added a new layer to mail theft, so thieves can sell stolen materials such as mailbox keys and checks in online forums, increasing the financial rewards. Yeah, but nothing we really didn't really know about already. So it's interesting. And let's see. Oh, I had another one. This from a local Columbus Dispatch here. USPS, United States Postal Service audit finds nearly 40,000 pieces of undelivered mail at 2 Columbus post offices. Now, what they got to say about that? Hadn't been scanned correctly were found during audits of 2 Greater Columbus post offices this year. Wonder if you had some people saying, we'll just throw them in this closet right here, and then they'll get found later, and then we'll like slowly do that. Not scanned correctly. Unclear from the audit how long the letters had been there, but Bill Triplett, a spokesman for the Inspector General, said Postal Service policy dictates that all types of first-class mail, priority mail, and priority express mail are always committed for delivery on the day of receipt at post offices. Any mail not processed and taken out for delivery on the day the delivery unit post office receives it is delayed. Seen more in some offices and less in others. Yeah, well, you would think if it has a like an assigned deliver by date once it's received, you would think it would come up in a report, and you would think 40,000 would And even if you split them up, it's at 2 of them. So 20,000 pieces of mail not delivered. You would think that would come up in some kind of report, and they would find that before they had to do some kind of audit. So I don't know. Oh, you're gonna, AJ, if she takes that job, you're gonna let her do everything? She might be too tired to do everything, dog. You might have to do everything except the working that she does. Alrighty. Eric's not surprised that I'm not doing single stocks. Okay, where was I? Did that UPA? Oh, okay. So this from Market Watch. It's an opinion piece. IRA required distribution rules are bad policy. Why don't we just get rid of RMDs altogether? And this is about the Dear Congress, now that you're taking another crack at retirement planning with the so-called Secure Act 2.0, including the vexed issue of the required minimum distributions from IRAs, could you do yourself and everyone else a big favor? Don't. So there you go. And I can't read the rest of it because it's a paywall or subscribe wall or something site. But basically, I just Googled what are effects of RMD. The rules serve several purposes. They reduce the ability of retirement age individuals to avoid tax by accumulating wealth in IRAs, and they limit the extent to which tax advantage assets can be passed across generations. So that would be your distribution of wealth, I guess. And that means you also have to, right, you have to take, they make you take your money out, so you have to pay tax on some of it. So Congress can get money so they could spend more. But yeah. Let's see what else we had. Do we have something? I had something else on that. The things that they're working on for Secure Act 2.0, there was like 4 things that they have in there. And they were all great, but like I mentioned on the after show yesterday, on my screen, it was about this high. It was just a couple lines right there. But when they get done with the paperwork, the whole bill, it's going to be that thick. And it's going to have so much extra crap in there that those good things that would be fine to have happen, it's going to be completely overwashed by the pork in it. That's what they call it, the pork in bills. Let's see, do we have one more? This from CNBC. Will Smith faces possible suspension, expulsion from Academy after interesting. I didn't think they were going to do anything. I knew the report said they were looking into it, but what they were looking into was why the staff at the Academy Awards didn't intervene and even take Will Smith off the floor once that happened, and then why he was allowed to go up and I mean it's bad press either way because he won the award. So but anyway, this is mortgage refinance demand plunges 60% as rates hit their highest level since 2018. The average contract interest rate for 30-year fixed with conforming loan balances, $647,200 or less, increased to 4.8% from 4.5%. So going up. Refinance applications fell 15% for the week, and we're down 60% from a year ago. That's significant. Homebuyer mortgage demand rose 1% for the week, and that's shocking that it still rose. But was down 10% from a year ago. So, that's not shocking. Yeah, all right. Eric says, speaking of solid-state drives, solid-state batteries will be the next big leap for electronic vehicles. Sounds like the biggest challenge is scalability. Labs have had success. All righty. Yeah, anytime you take parts out of it and just make something one part, it seems like it lasts longer. Yeah. All right, so what time is it? We got a little bit of time. I do have to leave a little bit early today. Pick up my son from his job. And also, so that means that Old Man Video Gaming will not be at 8 p.m. Hopefully 8:30, but definitely by 9 p.m. Old Man Video Game will be happening. And I haven't decided what I'm going to play yet. Take some questions from the Reddit. The Dave Ramsey subreddit. Again, this is not run by Ramsey Solutions. If you want a Ramsey Solutions forum, the Ramsey Baby Steps community is what it's called. And they are on the Facebook. And there's a bunch of Dave Ramsey other Facebooks that communities which are not run by Ramsey Solutions, including 2 or 3 Ramsey dating communities. And I was even in those for a little while, but most of the people in there, it seemed like, were married. So down now. So I guess it's just a social thing. Hey, Jane Eric, making friends in the chat. That's good. Like to see that. All right, I'll go ahead. Daily non-baby steps Dave and Company discussion thread. As it says right here, this is a place to discuss Dave Ramsey related that don't revolve around the baby steps themselves. Keep it civil and be respectful to each other, because a lot of it is, some of it happens in the chat too, where people think they can run the show and or the company better than Dave. But a lot of it's bitching as well. So let's see what we got. When does inflation become a problem? Discuss. Well, you don't like it, but what can you do about it? So, all right. I mean, this isn't that bad, because this isn't really even related to Dave specifically. But yeah, inflation is gonna happen. So you gotta work more, cut more, so that you can deal with it if stuff starts going up. Maybe you don't buy the same things at the grocery store. Maybe find less expensive things, that kind of thing. Alrighty, so this from CC_113093. Combine finances after marriage, but one has debt and one doesn't. Any tips? Hi everyone, this is a scenario. Salary $190K plus $20K bonuses, monthly net $10K. His earnings as a, let me slide the chat out the way to the other monitor there, roughly 5 to 7K per month. It varies. Mortgage $4,000. Montessori school for the toddler. Plan on public once she's in kindergarten. Yeah, $1,700. Where are they at? California? The rest are expenses and bills that add up. Well, all bills add up. Not an excuse. Anyway, since being married, we have kept it separate because it seemed easier. We both just pay the mortgage. I pay $2,300 and he pays $1,800. And I pay for the cars and all bills. It's worked, but I feel we should just combine and he's on board. Great. My issue is that I have $10K in credit card debt and he has no debt. The mortgage is under my name only because the banks were weary of a 1099. If I'm on a path to pay out the debt, how do I combine finance in such a way that's not unfair to him? I don't want his earnings going toward my debt. It doesn't work like that. You combine finances, everything is our. Everything is our, and it doesn't matter if the mortgage is in your name. If you feel better, you can refinance it at some point. Or you can do legal paperwork to add his name to it at some point. But let's see, if I'm going to have to pay out the debt, I'll combine. It's not unfair to him. I don't want his, very important. He pays child support $700 per month. That's not that important, but I see where you're going there. Yeah, you don't think about it of that anymore. The reason you're combining finances. So it's not my income and your income. It's not that anymore. So I don't know what you think combining finances is unless it's that. So in this, your debt now is his debt. So his earnings are going to go towards it. And your earnings are going to go towards some of his stuff. So yeah, some of your earnings will be going to his child support then. So see, that's why you just say everything is ours. This is our income. These are our debts. We're going to clear up our debts. So, yep, follow baby steps. Combine finances and follow baby steps. Boom, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, they're talking about cars. I'm not a car guy. To me, if a car gets you from point A to point B, you're all good. All right, so maybe I can answer some questions on this. Let's see. Posted by Daniel027. No, that's a O. That's a letter O, isn't it? Daniel 027. Been a Dave Ramsey follower for years now, and have been pretty strict with his principles. I notice I get really excited when I talk with other people around me, such as friends or people at work, about money, financial planning, investing in retirement funds, etc. I have a heart for teaching other people. Great. Dave recently had an event for a masterclass that you pay to take, and they help you start your own your own financial coaching business. I was curious if anyone has taken the class. Yes, I have. What people's thoughts are on the class, how it prepared them, and whatnot. Any recommendations, and how profitable has coaching been for you? Thanks for the answers in advance. Well, all right. So I enjoy talking about it as well. I'm a big believer in Dave's plan because it helped me, and so I wanted to help others. At the time, let's see what had happened. It wasn't the first. It wasn't the Donald Trump stimulus. It was the Joe Biden stimulus check that happened to come in, and that I think was $1,400 or $1,200. I can't remember. And so the master financial coach, master training, FCMT, the class. Anyway, the class was $2,000, but they had a special for $1,000 off, so it was $1,000. And so I got the stimulus check right about the time I found out about the class, and so I just took the money and did that because I thought, well, having this money right here, so if I don't do it now, I probably won't ever do it. And since then, I think they've reworked the class and they've upped it to, I think it's like, let's see, I think it's like $3,000 or something like that now. And sometimes they do have specials, or they have like codes you can put on to get reduced. Oh, let's see, where is the store? Or am I gonna have to probably have to go to the store instead and then look it up. Courses, there it is. Financial Coach Master Training, $3,500. So I don't know. I haven't been like in the webinars anymore since I don't need to do it. But they do have a webinar every 1 or 2 weeks, I think, about the Financial Coach Master Training, and they will tell you all about it. And then give you any codes that they want to enact for the time off. Oh, again, there is a special, let's see if it's still in there from my cart earlier. Yeah, so if you do the Own Your Past, Change Your Future hardcover, $20 for pre-order, John Deloney's new book. It's got $300 worth of extras in there already, but from today, and it might be today only, if you put in Ken said he would forego his share of that, and he would just not eat as much. And so if you put in that code and hit apply, what did it do? Did it add another one? Oh no, it didn't. Okay, yeah, so it added it in and then took the it's a 30 off for the free gift, to get clear career assessment for a career change. So that now makes it $330. It includes, I think, includes the audio book and definitely for sure some BetterHelp classes. So that does work. Let me, before I hit proceed to check out, on accident, as the kids say. It's by accident. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so where was I? So yeah, so it's much more expensive now. It definitely it prepares you. You might go into it thinking, well, it's just going to be like the radio show or the YouTube show, where I just have to answer these questions, and give them 5 minutes. But it's not like that. You help people that are doing the baby steps with whatever they need. Granted, your financial coach is not an investing professional, so you don't offer stock tips or even mutual fund tips. You give them the same advice that Dave does on the show, which is 25% in each small, mid, large cap, and international funds. And that's what you should do for retirement. If you're saving for a purchase, you do a S&P 500 index fund, and that's like you have to have at least 5 years that you're saving for a purchase. And Dave does that for when he buys real estate, which he hasn't been done lately because there hadn't been any deals because of the deal he had. So what up, Margs? All right, and so let's see what else I want to say about this. Hard for teaching people. Yeah, I mean, if you have the money, I mean, I wouldn't do it on baby step 2, for example. You don't have to. I mean, it's just like leading the Financial Peace University class. You don't have to be done with the baby steps. You can even have just started them. You just have to be able to tell people when they ask. You have to be able to tell people that truthfully you're making progress on them. And that of course is the cheapest way to take Financial Peace University is to lead a class. And so and that's very easy to do. I've done that twice, and it's very easy materials that they give you to go through that class. And just like that class is a lot more stuff than the baby steps. The Financial Peace University has classes on marketing, how companies market to you, all about what the credit cards do to try to get you to take out a credit card, and insurance, a whole lesson on insurance, and a few other things like that aren't part of the baby steps that are very, very important. And the financial coaching training was the same thing. It was a lot of different stuff that you might not even think that would come in handy, or that way, that you would need, because you're just thinking about, well, I just have to tell people the baby steps. It's not like that. You have to be able to help people however they need. If they need you to sit down with them basically and go through their budget line by line, you have to be able to do that. So, but yeah, it's like, I mean, I wouldn't go into it thinking of any type of number that you might make from it. I wouldn't do that at all. I wouldn't have that be a full-time job. If you, unless you're in a situation where you don't need to bring any money in at all, I would not do it full-time. I would do that part-time. Just like any business, you would grow it at the speed of cash, and so you would grow it at the speed of clients. And like a lot of sales jobs, this is probably like similar to like a sales job. You are making contacts, and your contact that you just made isn't gonna it's not like a thing where you ask a guy, do you want to buy paint, and he needs paint for a house that day, and he buys paint. It doesn't work like that. You make contacts and you let them know what you do, and then if they have a problem 3 years down the road, or if a friend of theirs has a problem, then they know you. So it's definitely it's hit or miss. Some people don't do that well, especially if they don't come into contact with a lot of people on a regular basis. If you don't have that proximity principle happening, and you don't see people all the time and can talk to them and tell them what you do all the time. If you're an introvert, it's very, very difficult to do. But definitely, if you feel led to do it, you can do it and not charge even, and not worry about. And if you do, if sometimes you do get paid, then that's great. But yeah, it's different for everybody. Catch up with the chat. Let's see. I missed the car talk. Oh no. What's been my biggest challenge starting as a financial coach? Like I just said, it's in my full-time job, which is computer repair. I am alone 99.9% of the time. Every so often, I will see a client, and that's not really, unless it came up somehow, I would not try to let them know that I do financial coaching for a living. I wouldn't just do that because if I went to a computer store, I wouldn't want somebody to start talking to me about how my money situation is. So I don't do that, and I don't know. As a boss, I probably wouldn't like that either. But but I don't do it, so I don't have to ask my Mark. What up, Mark? Okay, let's see. Look at Outbacks. That's a restaurant to me, not a vehicle. AJ had to bounce, probably had to put some meat on a hot plate or grill or something like that. In a week, where you going there, AJ? Is this your vacation? Weeking? All right, so I'll let's see. He got 32 comments. I don't know if anybody is. I'll send an email to this guy and ask him, or a private message on the Reddit and ask him if he has any specific questions that didn't get answered by the other people. Okay, and this one we did yesterday, so so we're into what we talked about yesterday. So that's good. I should probably leave a little bit early anyway to pick up the kid. What do we got here? Subscriber. Yep, King Artem. Thank you, King. So does that mean we're at 397? Okay, cool. So we didn't get an extra one, but that's fine. We did get another one today. Alrighty, so upcoming streams, of course, this show, Ramsey Show Aftershow show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right after the Ramsey Show video is over. Wednesdays, no set time, The Curse of Oak Island, no cap recap. And I uploaded that at, I think, about 7 a.m. this morning. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. As I said, I do have to pick up my son from his job today. And I'm getting ready to leave shortly for that. So that's going to be probably about 8:30, maybe closer to 9 for tonight for Old Man Video Gaming. And I don't know what game I'm going to play. Probably won't be PC Building Simulator. I've been doing a lot of that. Maybe I'll start the third Uncharted game, perhaps. We'll see. And Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Tech Support with Coach Steve Money, in which I do the same thing that I just did in the Dave Ramsey subreddit. I go over the tech support subreddit and answer people's questions about things that are going wrong with their computers and other devices. Alrighty, get a drink and then do my plugs. Once again, you can schedule a free financial consultation with me. I am a Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can do that consultation at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. Calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. This P is for PayPal, and that's where you can send donations. I can't get money, even super chats or anything like that, from the YouTubes until I get 1,000 subscribers. So the other stipulation is you got to have 4,000 hours of material watched within a year's time, and I've already hit that. That's no problem. That's no problem. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. That's who is that? Is that Stephen A. Smith? That's somebody from ESPN. I can't remember who. He was like, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. What else? Instagram. Add me on the gram. Coach Steve Money. No spaces. And of course, email me at coachstevemoney@gmail.com if you have any questions about any of the Dave Ramsey stuff or anything else on my YouTube channel, computers, video gaming, Oak Island, what is it, the songs that I've written, all that stuff. Anything you want to talk about, real, I'll be more than happy to interact with you. And especially if you would like to sing the Baby Steps song. I have sung it, how many times? I don't think I had it when I first started, so maybe not 240. What are we on? 246? I would probably say at least 200 times I've sung that song. And so nobody else has sung that. So, and you can do that either. We can do it live. We have the technology to do it live. Or you can just send a recording, and I can play the recording during the show. Alrighty, the computer repair is not. It's a small business. It's the owner. He does all the on-site stuff, and I stay at the office shop. Alrighty, was that everything? Email? Yep, I did it all. Alrighty. So, everybody, make smart financial decisions every day.